I've studied Russian intelligence activities over the years and have seen it, again, manifest in many different of our counterintelligence cases, and how they have been able to get people, including inside of CIA, to become treasonous, and frequently individuals who go along that treasonous path do not even realize they're along that path until it gets to be a bit too late.
Mr. Brennan is a veteran of what we call the silent service, the business of being a spy. And joining me now, Jack Barsky, a former KGB spy living in the U.S. during the Cold War. He later cooperated with the FBI, is now an American citizen. He's also the author of Deep Undercover, My Secret Life and Tangled Allegiances as a KGB Spy in America. And Malcolm Nance, MSNBC terrorism analyst, 35-year veteran of the trade, including Navy intelligence, special operations, homeland security. Malcolm literally wrote the book on what just happened to our election as it was happening. Gentlemen, welcome to you both. And Jack, I'll begin with you. The Russians have been described kind of like mutual fund managers in this business. They have endless patience. They're willing to invest in someone even knowing that a small percentage of their investment comes true at the end. But how do you turn someone without that person knowing they've been turned?
Fundamentally, you can't. You know, you can cultivate a source and make them really comfortable with you. Let's say your business. I'm FSB. I'm a business person, and I befriend an American business person, and I become chummy with them, and I get information, and I give him some information. It's almost like a friendship developed. The American doesn't know that he's being played. To turn a person, you have to become direct. You have to, somehow there has to be an agreement in place that the other person is actually going to give you something that you want for whatever you pay him. Either that's money, or is not disclosing a secret, or something else. But just getting somebody to do your bidding without them absolutely knowing, that to me is impossible.
Malcolm, same question. What you know about how this process works?
Well, it's quite simple, and what Jack said there was very, very true. This is a relationship. It's a dance that goes on between two people. And if you don't know that that officer is an intelligence officer and they spot you as a target, they can very easily manipulate you through that relationship. And as I wrote in Plot to Hack America, Donald Trump had a relationship going back decades. But in 2013, his relationship changed with people who were in Russia that he thought as oligarchs, people who were extremely rich. But those people are operating at the sufferance of Vladimir Putin, a former KGB human intelligence officer. And that person knows that his intelligence service collects individuals like Donald Trump and his acolytes in an effort to use them to do their bidding. And that explains Trump's foreign policy being almost mirror image of Moscow's. So that being said, using money, ideology, co-option, coercion, and ego, which spells MICE, which is the basic agent recruitment tool, it is very easy for them to put invisible strings onto individuals and turn them at first into unwitting assets and then into witting agents.
Jack, knowing what you know about the Russian system, how they operate, do you have any doubt that this runs as deep into the campaign as some have alleged?
Yeah, I have some doubt, and I respectfully disagree with Mr. Brennan when he talks in admiring words about the Soviet or Russian capabilities. My FBI friends tell me that the FSB, which is the Secret Service that now runs the show over there, is not as effective as the KGB was. Case in point, you probably remember that in 2010, there were 5 undercover agents, couples that were caught. They were undercover on behalf of the FSB. And when I saw and heard how they operated, I was shaking my head. I mean, they missed the beginner's class on how to be an undercover agent. So while they are still capable and cagey and smart, and they know what they're doing, they're not as good as the Soviet KGB was.
Okay, Malcolm, we've established that KGB had KG in the title. Do you concede that the FSB is not as impressive?
Well, I think the FSB is a different animal because the KGB was ideologically oriented and very target-focused. The FSB is a creature that came out of Putin's rise to power on the back of an enormous quantity of illegal money. And so the FSB has been oriented more, they still have all the basic hallmarks of the KGB, but they use money and integration of capitalism as their main introductory tool. Now, they don't pay, as we know. They don't pay like they, at all the way that, a real intelligence agency would, but they do manipulate people on the basis of money. And you might recall, one of the most famous of that Russian team, Anna Chapman, was running around, and her job was to make contact with high-level people and even posed as a high-value real estate agent at one point.
Malcolm, Jack, if you guys ever have lunch or dinner, I'd sure like to be there just to listen. Thank you both for participating tonight. We'll invite you both back, of course.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.